side to side. The ladies Mercedes here go to surprise. Nigga mad back, this ain't regular size. We really fly, we like pelican guys. You ain't slick, I can tell her this guy's. Upgrade at my wrist.
It's one of the NFL's newest venues, but it's already earned a reputation as one of its best. This is US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Andres Borregalis ready to get us started. And we're off from US Bank Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 70,
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Putting the tight end in motion. Now go play action. Here's Dart. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
And 9 yards to go.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack. The Lions readying for the punt. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. They'll run it with Travion Henderson. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. And gain 11 on that play. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
And not a bad play by any means. There's room for more. They know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Murray from the pistol. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Lions will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
New set of downs from the 37. On first down, it's Gibbs. Nearly starts the drive with the first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
Is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
This is Gibbs on second down. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take it down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Now Darts going to the air. He had it for a moment, but a quick defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Big play for this offense. It's third and goal.
Here we go.
Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defensive down away from completing this stand. It's fourth and goal. Field goal attempts coming now from Young Wei Koo. This will be around a 33-yarder for him. Koo able to put it through. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Flowers now to return it. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's first and 10. Now Murray on the play fake. Short pass caught by his tight end. Well, this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
And he is inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
Another Vikings first
Thinking
down.
touchdown here after that big play. We've got first and 10 from the red zone. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Just 3-0 is our score. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. It's Vikings ball as we return for the second, and they've got to be thinking points here. First and 10, Murray. It's caught. This is Lad McConkey. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play. Just like
and he has the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take a second quarter lead. This is Andres Borregales trying to tack on the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Vikings take bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. Darks looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You know, some of these tight ends today, you could put 2 guys, heck, put 3 guys on them, and they still find a way to make those catches. With how they move at their size, they really are the ultimate matchup advantage. They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those true throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Third and long. They're going to throw. Brought in right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Dart going to go for it on 4. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Throwing on first down. Here's Murray. He'll get it complete to Travion Henderson. He'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
This is Henderson on second down. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. They get an even 10 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
Intercepted in the end zone. And the Lions are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
And we know in this league, takeaways are a big deal. But you get an interception and chunk yards with it, that is a gold star effort.
First and 10 now from the 30. And with the gun this time, here's Dart. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
That's going to throw again here on second and 10. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Third down now. Here's Dart. Oh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's fourth down.
As a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they've set up well here with second and 1.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down.
Let's go!
Now the first carry for Kunshan Judkins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, kid, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. It's the Vikings holding the lead at US Bank Stadium. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Swim. Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Come on.
Murray throwing again on 2nd and 10. He finds his running back, Henderson. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Again, here's Judkins. And slide forward, halted after a couple of yards. That was Tyreek Williams in on the play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Murray. Short pass brought in. And this is going to get him right up near that 1st down. But he's marked short after a gain of 7. 3rd down. Let's come in here, Brock. It's Murray. This gets the 1st and more. Has some room to work. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings grow their lead just before halftime. Lad McConkey with a touchdown. One after is good by Borregales. And the Vikings drive their lead to 11. Now Borregales on to send it away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Dart out of the shotgun. Hits him on the in route. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Now the Lions calling a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Going on 1st down. It's Dart. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. He's got it inside the 10. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions making a 1-score game before halftime.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Extra point by Kuhn is up and good. And the Lions cut the lead down to 4.
Real quick. They be on their rapid petty bill. Not even a little bit. Hold on.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Flowers now to return it. He escapes the defender. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's got it deep downfield. He is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Here's Murray, 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. That's low and bounces short of his man.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. If the line doesn't hold up, then completions follow.
Murray on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. That force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this.
Green.
They are going to go. Here's Murray. Escapes the pocket. And as we kind of expected, it does not work out. So a little surprised to see him go for it. They're headed off after they turn it over on downs. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Dart. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
You can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Now Dart. Look at that power, deep left side. He connects on the deep shot. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 4 at the 2-yard line.
Break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Ooh, sure looked like they were sitting on that slant birthday Brock. If a route was going to beat them, it was not going to be that one.
Yeah, we see this route all the time, really at every level of football, because as a receiver, you just want to get inside that defender, and when you do, you hope to find that connection, but the contact knocked that sucker away.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here is 2nd and goal. Gibbs. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Third and goal now. Can they find that final yard?
Let's go.
Dart setting in the throw here. And he brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions take the lead just before halftime.
Touchdown, Lions.
Koo on now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Lions push their lead to 3. So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Flowers now to return it. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Flowers now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Coach.
Murray from the pistol. Blitz is there, and he goes down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 13-yard line.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, I think, a yard or 2 short of the 20 here.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. All right, look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
Lions going to the dime look here on 3rd down. 6 DBs out there. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner. As he continues making risky decisions with the football. So 4th down, and the big-legged Michael Dixon out to punt. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Going play action with Darts. Buying some time right. Big strike here to Williams. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
19 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Back to Gibbs now on seconds. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Again, it's Gibbs. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate. And that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Dart from the pistol. Pressure coming, and they take him down. Sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Darts looking at this 3rd and long. Gets his running back. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Quick one to the outside by Dart. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. On the sneak, here's Dart. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Lions push their lead further to start the half. It's tried and true in 32 playbooks across the NFL for a reason, Brock. Even when teams see this one coming, just so tough to stop a quarterback sneak.
It feels like a win in today's football is just to stall them at the line on that play. So many groups are so effective with the QB sneak. But that time, the timing of the call, I think, was most important that led to the score.
Cool, all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Flowers now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Finds him quickly on the RPO. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
A good business decision there as he comes up at the end of it. Give him around 7. We'll give this offense now 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. That one's good to McConkey. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. First down from the 42. From the gun, it's Murray. Drop this to Henderson underneath. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Shotgun handoff to Henderson. By man, he's in the clear. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone block. He's down at that 17-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone on first. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Henderson here from the gun. He hits the lane for about 7. That's going to bring up third down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Come back, come back.
Murray to throw here on third. Thinking touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete. Maybe worse, Brock. It's going to bring up fourth down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Desperation time here on fourth. And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings making a 4-point game here in the fourth. And he connects there, so now another kick from the field goal. Tie this game in the fourth. So we're down to a 3-point game, and now gonna try to get it back in pursuit of a game-tying field goal. No luck, the Lions there to recover. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Well, the good news is still a decent bit of time left. Maybe a little quick on the draw to dial up that onside kick.
Yeah, you know what happens, Kate, in these moments, right? We've been doing this for a while. Yeah. And you see my brain just going to overdrive, trying to peel back the layers as to why you would make that decision. And ultimately, I think it's because you don't trust your defense against this offense. That's a big risk to take. And now, unfortunately...
They did it! He made the interception! Dallas Turner picks it off! And he's going to bring this one back. It's a pick six and a Minnesota touchdown. A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings take a 4-point lead. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Another one for Gibbs. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's third down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
Running for the marker, it's Gibbs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Looking quickly here.
A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
Running for it, here's Gibbs. And this one's overwhelmed. They drive him backwards and off the field with this turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Throwing on first down. Here's Murray. And this one is launched downfield. And he's going to score a touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings keep their drive alive and reach Pater one play later. Glad McConkey with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Corey Gallis checks on the extra point. And the Vikings drive their lead to 11. Send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Darts out of the shotgun. It's made left side by Laporta. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable. And it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. Has him on the quick hitter. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's good for Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Lions at a 2-score deficit. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Darts making the throw. After making a catch, he is decked quickly at the 38. He picks up 15 on the play. And he's good for a Detroit first down. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That play good for 17 and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Dart gonna throw again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I gotta make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Here's the backup. First throw. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
So the touchdown was only a part of it, Brock. They're going to go for 2 now and try to make this just a field goal game.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Setting up to pass. And he's got it. That gets him 2 and puts them within a field goal here late.
Vikings 35. Lions
Well, the
32.
comeback is proceeding according to plan, Brock. That conversion trims this to a field goal game. Now, get that ball back, baby. Get it back.
And you know that special teams coach is down there telling his guys that. Don't come back to these sidelines. Don't come off this field unless you go get me the ball to give this offense yet another opportunity.
Vikings take
And that's
over
going to set them up
first
just
and 10
beyond their own 20.
at their own 22-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to pass it here. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Give now to Henderson. Finds a seam, left side. He's off to the races. And that's just about to the folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that's just locked up this way. Gary Gallis on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings make it a 10-point ball game. Send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Finds Laporta. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's when he chalked up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd down run by Gibbs. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Now the Lions calling timeouts. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Down a couple of scores. Those 2 timeouts they've got left are going to be crucial. Here's 1st down. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Throwing now off the play action. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run, because with his speed, that route is a winner, chicken dinner.
And now the Lions lining up for a very important 2-point try.
Dragon 60.
He'll look to throw it. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete.
You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. He knows he should have had that one. Just didn't watch it in the whole way. And it leaves 2 points on the table.
And the Vikings bring in the onside kick. That's just about do it. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Cool.
Handoff now to Judkins. And he will score! And with almost no time left, that should clinch the win! Dallas on to the extra point. Right down the middle, let's go! And the Vikings drive their lead to 11. Send it away. His return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line.
14 yards on the play.
So they are indeed kings in the north as the Vikings win it at home. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings emerge as winners as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.